This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting, proudly sponsored by Boohoo Man. I'm joined by Wade Plems on Zoom. Wade, it's been ages. Well, ages is in about 2 months since we last caught up. I take it you've been well in that time?
Facts. Hold on. I got to show people what kind of tan I got. Hold on. There we go. Wow, I'm super tan, Fred. It's been a
Yeah,
great
looking
summer
good,
so
looking good.
far. Thank you, dude. Getting my tan on. Yeah, man. It's been 2 months. Things have been good. Trying to dude, this homeowner shit is not for the weak of heart, the faint of heart, man. I got to replace all these smoke detectors and whatnot, and just had to fix my washer.
Wait, do
Dude
you
tried
do
to charge
that? Do
me.
you like get someone to come in and do it, or do you do it yourself?
Nah, bro. That's what I was gonna say. Dude tried to charge me $500 to fix my washer. I was like, get the out of here, no shot, dude. And I was like, looked it up myself. It was just the locking mechanism on the washer. So now I don't have to go to my brother's place to wash clothes, which is good. So I can just be here. So all good.
Do you not know any handyman who can just come in and do it for you for free?
I'm the
Right?
handyman, dude.
You are
Tell
okay.
your tell your girl I am the handyman. All right, I'll be over there by
I don't have
7.
a girl.
Oh, you got multiple. We know this. Bro, I ain't gonna pocket watch you, Fred, but how's that boohoo man shit working for you, dude? You out here living, dog. Look at you. Where's this place you're at?
I'm not gonna pocket watch you, Fred, but
Where's this place you're at? You bought a whole new place. Look at you.
no, I'm at my grandma's.
Oh, you bought your grandma's place. Wow, man, you really living. Okay,
Yeah, I
dude.
told my grandma
Sick.
to get out of here. She's on the streets right now, and
Well, that's not
I have
what
to
I
go to
meant.
their place. No, I'm messing. No, that's not grandma's place. Grandma's place.
Looks
Wow, you put
nice.
the
Looks nice.
Boohoo Man, you put the new background and Boohoo Man deal together. Wow, pretty
Yeah, bro.
pretty sumptuous.
Yeah, dude. I'm proud of you. The Boohoo Man thing. I remember somebody had something to do with Boohoo Man in the influencer scene. Maybe it was like Austin McBroom or somebody. I remember somebody having it, so that's how I know what that is. It's clothing, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and
ten.
apparel
Use
and whatnot.
code Fred for 10% off. Link in description.
Yes, dude. Use that code, boy. Pump
Let's go
that
straight.
code.
We'll go straight into it today. I looked at your channel, had a little scroll down, and it seems to be going pretty good. Looks like you got a
Yeah.
kind of hardcore MMA audience, which you talked about 4 interviews ago. So about 8 months ago, you were telling me about transitioning over to that, and looks like you've done that pretty successfully. We'll start with the KSI Jake Paul topic since a few of the videos recently. Oh my gosh. The reason why Wade's laughing is Wade Ford.
You're like, yo,
Wade,
so you
Wade
built
Ford,
this,
like, we're
you
going to talk
built this.
hardcore MMA. No, we're not going to talk hardcore MMA. We're saying the MMA hour. Shout out Haro Hawani. This is Fredo's fighting.
You're right. You're right. Sorry, Fred. Go ahead. Yes, KSI, Jake
I don't
Paul.
know where you think
Yes,
you are, Wade, but not the
I
MMA
know.
stuff, you
I
know?
I got confused for a second. That's funny.
Um, yeah, I mean, KSI Amir Khan. This is, you
It's
finished
crazy.
laughing now, Wade?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was getting my drink here. That is crazy though. Like,
Is KSI Amir Khan not a crazy fight?
it's dude. It's insane. It's insane. If that gets done, I know that they're trying to work on it or whatever. Amir Khan seems like he's fired up, dude. I haven't seen him like this in well, I haven't seen him in literal years, but I haven't seen him like this in a while. For good reason. You know, he's probably going to make a good bag if they can get it done. And to him, KSI is, I'm assuming he thinks easy work. You know what I mean? So it's a crazy fight. I would like Amir Khan and influencer boxing is something you never would have said ever. But dude, it just keeps happening. We keep saying that we have that statement. Blank is something you never would have said blank years ago. And sure enough, here it is. You know what I mean?
I know. Well, I use the term crazy as in just like you'd have never thought of seeing it. I mean, Amir Khan fought
No.
Kell Brook, which is the fight that everyone wanted for years and years and years on end, just over 2 years ago, and it's been retired ever since. I mean, go from Kell Brook to KSI. I mean, what the world we live in.
And before that, Terrence Crawford.
Correct. Yeah.
So stupid, man. It's insane we're doing this. But listen, I told you guys if KSI took that fight, he'd get all my respect, and that's what I give him. That's a tough, tough fight.
But did KSI not get your respect for the Tommy Fury fight?
Of course. But I think this is like another level from
Hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've KSI's had my respect forever, but just to say, damn, like, okay, where do you go from there? And you go to that next level? Because Amir Khan is far and away, not even close to so much better of a boxer than Tommy Fury is. Like, it's not even a conversation we should ever have ever. No
Well,
disrespect, but
Amir
somewhat
Khan's an
kind of.
Olympic silver medalist, and he won at the age of
Like, what are we
17.
talking? You know what I'm saying? Like, we hold Tommy, and I get fucking pissed about this. We hold Tommy Fury in this like oligarchy high regard because his brother's Tyson Fury, but dude, it's not even the same conversation. And it's not like Amir Khan is, way out of his prime. He is, but not to like a, oh my God, this is, he's super, super old. No, he's 37. He has a little bit of ring rust, I assume, because what he had one fight in the last 5 years. I know he had the issue with the Osterine stuff, but I don't exactly think that he's old. Chicken liver, you know what I'm saying? Like he's still young. 37 is still. I'm holding on to 37 being young because I'm 31. All right, we're still young. In the 30s, we're still young, dude.
No, yeah, you're still
30's the new 20, dog.
versus a new 20. Wow. No, I mean, Amir Khan won the silver medal in the Athens Olympics, I believe, 2002. I mean,
Shout out the
obviously,
freaking Athens Olympics, dog.
and a lot of boxers came from the Athens Olympics. It's very, very kind of a
The
place where
golden
boxers were
era.
born almost in that Olympics. But yeah, I wasn't even born then, and that's how long time ago it was. What 20? Yeah, about 22 years ago. Um, do you give KSI a shot at beating Amir Khan at all?
I give him one shot. One shot. It's his right hand. It's the reason this fight's being made. They believe KSI can knock him out, or they wouldn't. The fight's not official, but if they make the fight and they say yes, it's because they believe KSI can knock him out.
Can he?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Again, it's not the probable cause. I don't think it's the likely thing that happens, but it can happen. KSI can get in there with anybody around or lower than him in weight and knock him out. The thing with Tommy Fury that was tough was he couldn't knock him out. He hit him with a couple of shots. It just couldn't put him out. You know what I'm saying?
Is it because KSI's got such an awkward style? In terms of KSI and getting anybody, you're saying because of the awkward style and because
Just
of
this,
power.
I'm strictly speaking power wise. Like he has the power to knock people at his size or lower out. He is born with an ability to throw hard punches. There are some guys that can get in there and be the most technical. Amir Khan is one of those guys that can be a super technical boxer, not really known for having the craziest power in the world. But KSI has God given power. That stuff you can't teach. And luckily for him, you don't really have to teach much. He just has power, athletic ability, and he can gain in some areas. Now, the percentage chance I give that a happening, here we go with the fucking clip farming, but it's not very likely unless Amir Khan has just lost so many steps. Um,
Well, Amir's only 37. He's not actually that old either.
so I'm saying. So I mean, the other thing you have to take into account is Amir Khan is not the same weight as he would normally be fighting at for this, I assume. He's fighting at 185 or something. The guy fought at 140, 147, highest 155. So that's another reason you take this fight. KSI is naturally bigger, naturally far stronger. Probably going to have, some advantages physically outside of that as well. So they're hoping he lands the nuclear bomb. And the dude has made a career off landing and being in fights he shouldn't be in.
What percentage
Logan
did you
should have
give
beat
it?
him.
So 0% being he's no chance, 100
Right
being he's got
now,
KSI as Amir Khan and
it
KSI
sounds so
knocking him out.
ridiculous to even make this fight happen right now. Fucking 10% that he knocks him out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a I think a generous percentage right now. Now, if we get out there and here comes, I don't know what Amir Khan looks like, but here comes fat, lumpy Amir Khan, then I'm gonna say, hold on a second, dude. It's fucking 50-50. You know what I'm saying? I
But
need to
then
see.
to switch it around, what percentage do you give it for KSI getting knocked out by Amir Khan?
I just don't see it. I don't know that Amir. I mean, he could probably like TKO him. I don't think he's gonna stand there and just one shot him, but I think he could probably overwhelm him with punches. Like volume wise, if you wanted to say a better volume striker, and again, we're talking about Tommy Fury, like a guy that triple jabbed his way in, and it was like when he got there, it was like, oh, what do I do? You know what I mean? Let me clinch. I think Amir Khan has a little bit more weaponry for sure, so maybe. I just again, KS guy's gonna be so much big. I don't know what Amir Khan weighs right now, but you have to think KS is gonna be so much bigger than him, just naturally. Like even if you have Amir Khan now retired, he's put some weight on, he's not going to be as naturally as big as KSI is. So It would take, I think, a couple of rounds to wear him down. KSI's tank's going to get questioned unless they do. Is it going to be 6? I don't know, but I would, if I'm KSI and I want the Jake fight, you got to start fighting 8s. I think at
Hmm.
least
They'll
eight
do
to
whatever
tens.
kind of suits KSI best, I guess. So
You would think
6
6 would
maybe
probably
or
suit him
8.
best.
Well, depends what. I'll say maybe 6 because he performed well that 6
Have
rounds
to.
quite strongly against Tommy.
Yeah, you have to. If you're doing just like if KSI gets everything he wants out of this, it's probably 185, 6 rounds. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd
I would
agree.
say.
I'd agree. 185, 6
He
rounds.
could go 180, but I assume they're bulking him like they said for a reason, you know. So
And then to Jake for Jake Paul's side, Jake giving him the respect, saying Amir Khan, that's a good fight to take. Were
a
you
good
surprised
fight.
about
You
that?
can't do anything but it. It's a good fight. Like if Jake were to come out and be like, "Oh, what a shitty fight," he'd be I'd be like, "Bro, what are you talking about?" Like that's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So fair play. I mean, that's what you have to say.
Wow, I just realized you really are. You say about my Boo Man sponsor, but you really are on your brands. Just lift that cup up again 1 second, please. Look at it. Wade doesn't take anything. So
Nope.
they ain't paying, Wade ain't showing.
Oh man, you get it. You get
Right.
it.
Okay, anyway,
But Jake Loki kind of leaked it too. He's done that a couple times.
I guess Jake that's kind of Jake, I guess Jake Paul kind of thought, okay, let's leak it a little bit more, but also give him the respect. I guess it's quite a
You
smart
know
move.
what? If his intention and his intention probably was like you said, oh, let me leak it so that I can kind of aha, look what the fight. I knew it before y'all did, and I can announce it. But also, if they don't end up making a fight, now it kind of looks like, oh, Jake leaks what they wanted to do, but now they have to do a different thing. Like it's a little bit of an interesting cat and mouse game with those two. I haven't really seen Misfits do that though, where they like have leaked one of Jake's deals. Jake's
No,
done it like
Misfits are
twice
good.
now though for Misfits.
Misfits don't leak stuff. Misfits are they're good like
Yeah,
that.
right, bro. What? Everything gets leaked over there, dude. Every
Well,
single card gets leaked. Well, it's I guess it's DAZN, but DAZN leaks it,
oh
or a
yeah, no, that's the
fighter.
zone. The zone were crazy leaking L1
Dude,
page.
the
Blimey,
fighters
remember
leak
that?
more than anybody, bro. You know
No,
who
that's the
leaks
zone.
low
That's the
key?
zone leaking stuff. Misfits don't leak stuff. The zone have done a
You
few
know
times.
who low key leaks the most?
Who?
I don't know if he does it on purpose. My guy BJ Flores, he
Oh yeah,
leaks
yeah,
so
100%. I
much
mean, did Dean
stuff.
the Great versus Waleed back in the day we was talking about in on the Twitter space.
He will leak every single thing that happens. It's like whatever, and he does it like with hashtags, and it's like, yo, you just kind of told people what was exactly it. Like
He does hashtag
it's
the date, hashtag the time,
yeah, he
hashtag the
does the date.
location.
It's like, oh shit. So yeah, that's the only thing. But yeah, Jake leaking it was like, oh shit, okay. But it also, like I said, it's a fucking crazy fight. Are they? I mean, you are on the inside over there. Are they looking to do August? Is that what
Well,
they're
I
trying to
assume
do?
so. I mean, that's the date that's been mentioned so many times. It'd
I
also
would,
be
dude. If I'm doing
Misfits.
August, fuck me, bro. I would almost. I mean, it's probably not done, so you can't announce it. But I would try to announce it like somewhat near to like the next couple of weeks and really start to push that. You know what I'm saying? Do some pressers and stuff.
Well, I mean, stay tuned. I mean, that's what I'm gonna say.
Good.
Stay
No, I
tuned.
mean that's good. That's what I'm saying. I want that to happen
Yeah.
because that's too big of a name for you to go, okay, it's July 20 whatever. Here you go. Here's a month. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's
You'd want
way
to
too big
do
of
at
a
least
name.
a month and a half out of her press conference or
I
2 months.
agree. I agree.
2 months is kind of the best space to do it.
Or
I
you
mean, August
yeah,
is Misfits' free anniversary. It's a summer. Everyone's out and about. It's a perfect time to do pay-per-view. You can
I
do an
agree.
outdoor arena maybe. I
For
mean,
for the UK and like those two being massive names in the UK, it's the perfect time to do it.
hmm.
I
Yeah,
agree.
you're not wrong. August, September time always the best. August preferably though. I only mention September. So whenever I hear a date, I always push it a little bit forward. In not even a misfits, just in boxing in general. Just because
Yeah.
everyone
Give it a
gets
month.
support the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I would
agree.
think KSI would be out in August. But in the KSI Jake Paul matchup, we heard today that it was today actually. This video will be out tomorrow on the Saturday. But Jake Paul has been rescheduled to fight Mike Tyson in November. That's quite a late date. To be surprised by it.
November
Second, I
15th?
think, or
15th?
15th.
Let me look. I gotta make sure. But yeah, it's a later date, which I thought they were gonna hold off till December.
Really,
Um,
I was hearing October.
well, the reason again, it's just me thinking about like what they like to do, and I know they like to do. Um, college football, and I know people don't like that. it's just the real thing over here. Like it's starting to ramp up even right now. I was like, man, if they're going to have to do another fall date, October kind of doesn't work. If you're going to do it on Saturday, which I guess we'll get into, October, November, and even December really doesn't work.
Could
But
they
if
have
you're
not
going to
done?
do it,
Could they have not done September?
football's already started.
Well,
September
okay.
3rd
They
is the
want
first
that. They
week of
want that
football
arena.
season.
They're not going to change the arena.
And then you got to change the arena because all of a sudden now you got Saturday college football and
But why do they have to have?
potentially,
Why do they have to have the college football in that arena? Jake Paul and Tyson's 10 times bigger than any of that.
well, it's not necessarily Jerry World that's the problem. Jerry World, obviously for Sunday activities, but I don't know scheduling wise. There's like monster truck rallies. Yeah, there could be the college football thing with Texas being right there, but Texas plays in their own stadium. So I usually you only get something like that for like the Red River rivalry. But the big problem is this, and I know that the UK just does not seem to understand this, or at least it's just foreign because you guys don't have American football.
I watched again
But
American football. I watched the Super Bowl, the Chiefs versus the other team. I forgot what it was called.
you need
Bro,
to watch
it's the most
college football,
stop.
dude.
I don't know how it's actually. I think it's cool sport, but with
It's
everyone's
start and
mind
stop,
being so
start and stop.
TikTok kind of related and having to skip through things, and no one
Mm-mm.
has a short attention, no one has a long attention span anymore.
It's
Everyone's got a
perfect for that,
short attention
actually.
span.
Think about it. It's perfect. The plays only go on for 6 seconds, and then you get a break, and you can get on your phone, and here's the next play. Break. It's perfect for that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I found it so frustrating. I want to watch the game. It made me
Yeah,
respect
it's
rugby
different.
even more because it just goes on until the end. 40 minutes, 40 minutes. But then American
Yeah.
football, so
See, we
stop,
got
start,
time.
stop, start,
We
stop,
make it a full
start.
day. That's the thing. Saturday, we just take the full day, and we're like, this is what we're doing: college football all day. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, here's the issue, and they've corrected the issue to the best of their ability, which is a kind of an interesting fix they've put on it. It's not necessarily the stadium that you worry about. I mean, yeah, it is. You want to make sure you book the freaking stadium for sure. But it's the pay-per-view, even though this isn't one, it's the viewing audience. And when are they going to be available to watch? Right. So, like, if you do Saturday in the fall, you are almost guaranteed to slash your audience in the US that's predominantly going to watch this fight, regardless if it's Netflix, if it's DAZN, if it's ESPN, you're going to slash them in half, maybe three-fourths, gone, because they are going to be focused on watching the number one sport in the U.S., college football, all day. It starts at, I mean, 9 a.m. on the East Coast for college football game day. First game starts at noon through 8 to 10 p.m. all day across the country, college football, nonstop, right? So okay, you can't do it Saturday because you're just going to run into college football. Sunday, guess what? You come back Sunday and football starts at 1 p.m. Eastern for the NFL. 1 p.m. to 10, 11 p.m. at night. So you run into this number that college football is the number 2 watch football sport, and the NFL is the number 1 watch football sport in the United States. Again, Netflix, whatever. So what they're doing is running it on Friday, November 15th.
Yeah.
So that I can understand being the workaround. It's going to be interesting to see, though. Friday is another one of those days where people are getting off work. We'll see, but it's kind of the only solution you had if you were going to run it in the fall. I saw someone was like, why don't you just do KSI and Jake on a Friday? And I was like, okay, well, here's the problem with that. One, I assume with that fight, you don't have Netflix. So now you got to go back to pay-per-view. And you're asking people to do pay-per-view to interrupt their regularly scheduled programming. And if you do it in the UK, it's at Friday midday in the US. People are at work. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
do it in the US, you still get some people, but you're asking them to pay money for it now.
Are you happy that it's going ahead?
I mean, am I happy? I think it's historically a big deal. I think it will be a big deal to be the first historic fight on Netflix. That's a big deal. I'm happy that Mike's okay. Whatever it was, I don't know what ulcers do or how you get them. Been asking people all week. Asked my mom's fiance. I was like, "What is this ulcer stuff about?" And he was trying to tell me, and it seems like people are saying stress. People are saying sometimes what you eat. So I'm not exactly sure, but obviously, my point has been this whole time, Mike is going to get flatlined, I think. And I think it's because he's very old. So
58. He's getting on a
it's
little
it's
bit.
going to be the same result, I think, as it was going to be, and maybe even worse now because you're giving Jake more time to cut weight
Well, I think it's
and get
more
in
time to get
shape.
used at the weight, to be honest. More time to get
That's what I'm
used to
saying. He
that much
gets to
weight.
now walk around it. They said he cut back down to 219. He gets to walk around and stay at 220. All right. That's not going to go well. I think he's going to hurt Mike badly. I've been saying this though.
I agree. I agree. Hopefully, it doesn't hurt Mike badly. Hopefully, it's
Oh,
kind of
I
no one
think
gets hurt. But
the whole point of this, no offense to Mike or anybody else, but if you're stepping in and it's going to be pro rules, you don't go in and play pity pats. You know what I'm saying? Jake wants to, whether you want to call it sinister or you want to call it trying to etch his name in history books, he wants to put his name beside Mike Tyson's with an L and a red name to say he lost to Jake Paul. That's it. On Boxrec, when you look it up, he wants to have an L next to Mike Tyson's name when Mike's record is shown and Jake Paul's name is sitting there.
Jake Paul.
That's when I talk about historical value, Netflix being on Mike's illustrious record. And also, I don't know how people are going to look at it. I don't tend to look at the greats for what they did on the way out of their career. I tend to think that's kind of whitewashing their career to be like, oh, they weren't great because they lost to this guy on their last fight, or they lost it. Same thing, you know, when you looked at Muhammad Ali when he retired, or you look at Mike, or you look at some of these guys that just they stayed around too long. You're like, that wasn't the greatest portion of them. I look at the greats for when they were the greatest. I don't look at Roy Jones getting flatlined at 50 something. You know, I look at him dancing on fools for 15 years. So, but people will.
When are you going to get Jake Paul back on your channel to do an interview? Would a
We
now
were
not be a good
supposed to
time?
be we were supposed to be working on something. Obviously now, you know, the fight um is moved, so I don't know, but potentially I might be doing like some day in the life stuff where I go down to Puerto Rico, and I shouldn't even be telling you this, but whatever. Uh where I go down there and like train and stuff with them and see kind of how the camp stuff is. Like put me through a Jake Paul session type thing. And same thing with Amanda Serrano. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we were working on it.
I would fly to Puerto Rico, with my own money. I would fly out there and pay the hotel, cover everything, just to do a 10-minute one on Jake Paul, I think. And that'd be sick.
Dang, he got pulled like that for you, Fred?
No, 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 no. I'm saying I would do it if a guaranteed 10 minutes of
You
Jake Paul.
heard that? You heard
Obviously.
all that? For a guaranteed 10 minutes.
I mean, I'll
Fred
reach out.
Talks
I don't think
Fighting
I've,
said he would drop everything in a minute to go interview Jake
I
Paul.
would
Over
anything
KSI, he said too. I heard that part.
and
Well,
KSI as well, and KSI as well. Anyway, and then we can hope to get KSI Jake Paul in April, May time of next year. Do you reckon?
February, bro. February.
I don't think Jake Paul would do that turnaround from November to February is too soon. I
Why
think
not?
because he's gonna drop all that weight.
By the time the fight happens, I'd assume Jake's going to be 220. He's not moving off 200, he says. Do you think KSI moves off 185?
No. Or maybe he
Who
might
do
do
you think?
190 if he's being generous. But apart
I
from
was
that,
going to say, who do you think has the ability to, who do you think is more generous than that? Like, who's going to give up weight, you think?
uh, KSI just going off the fact he gave up weight for Tommy Fury, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I
there's got to
think
be a
if
limit
anybody's
to it,
going to
though.
do it, I think if anybody's going to compromise, KSI is going to have to compromise more.
But I think that's just because
If it's going to happen, that's what I think.
KSI wants to make. I believe that's just because KSI wants to make that fight happen so badly.
Yeah.
So does Jake. But I mean, it's never gonna happen at 200 pounds.
I
195,
agree
I'd
with
be
you.
shocked by. 190, I'd be very surprised by.
I agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, where do you see it happening? What weight?
190 is the only one I can see happening. 192.5, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, why do you have to be so heavy anyway? I mean, fight at your natural weight. Jake Paul's not naturally 190 pounds,
He's bigger than that
but
naturally.
naturally walking around day to day. Before
Like
boxing, I
210,
don't think so.
215.
Was he?
Before boxing, no, but now, like when you start lifting weights like Jake, that's another thing. I don't think people like KSI lifts weights and that's why he's gotten bigger. Jake lifts fucking heavy. At least when I was down there, he would do his boxing session in the morning and then he was putting like 2, 3 plates on the barbell and doing like hack squat and then heavy back squat with it. He's getting like he's a big boy.
Hmm.
It's not like he's Disney Jake anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No, we figured that
And
out some time
also,
ago.
Disney Jake was what, 19, 20, 21? I remember what I looked like at 19, 20 and what I looked like at 26. And it was like 25 pounds difference.
Wow. So clearly I'm going to put a lot of weight on in the next few years.
You probably should. I mean, and then you go from 25 to like 35 and you put on more weight. That's just how your body, as you get older, your metabolism slows down and those things happen. I'm right now,
Um,
I'm 211 pounds. I've never been above 205. Well, I've been above 205 once in college, but it's been years since I was that big.
and you still picking Jake to beat KSI?
For now, we'll see. I got to see this Amir Khan fight. That can drastically change my mind.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So if that happens and fucking KSI comes out looking like a world beater, then hold on a second. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And it's
I
not.
guess
And JJ is such a
that Amir Khan
hard.
fight can change a lot of things in terms of people's predictions, but also in the negotiations in terms of pay-per-view
True.
buys and then
True.
performance-wise as well.
True. Yeah. You go in and stop Amir Khan, and then
Well, if KSI goes stops Amir Khan, KSI calls the shots.
I can. I mean, I see it being the toughest. I said this in my video. It's the best win anybody would have. It would be the best win in influencer boxing.
It would definitely be one of the biggest boxing upsets of all time as well.
The more you think about it, the crazier it is. Like, what in the hell? Again, we gotta get it official. I know we're doing a lot of fantasy talk. We got to get it official, and then
Well, most of our interviews are a lot about fantasy talk. I mean, how many fights we talk about which never
I
materialize?
know. But it's not even how many. It's usually just the one, the big one, right? It's just KSI Jake.
But if he does beat Amir Khan, does he then call all the shots saying this weight, this time, sort of thing
I
with
mean,
Jake?
the thing about calling all the shots is it only matters if you get the fight done. You could call all the shots you want, but if Jake just goes, nah, I'm not doing that, then it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one has to agree to anything. These two don't have to fight each other. So, yeah, you can call yourself the A side and we can just go back and forth on who's going to have more ego, but does it really matter? I get it. You want to be the fairest fight for your fighter. And that's why the word fair to me is relative. Fair to Jake is not fair to KSI, and what's fair to KSI isn't fair to Jake.
Hmm.
So, sure, if he beats Amir Khan, he should have more of the cards in his hand to be able to play. But at the end of the day, you have to make the fight.
But then if KSI loses or gets schooled by Amir Khan and Jake Paul knocks out Mike Tyson, then it's more lenient on Jake's side. So either way,
Again, it just might be one of those situations where if KSI gets beat and Jake beats his thing, then it's one of those things where Jake's gonna have to go, do I even want to make that fight? And KSI might be a little more desperate to make the fight, but you still have to make the fight.
hmm.
And I don't know that KSI is going to be so desperate. He's like, yeah, 200. You know what I mean? I don't know. But we'll see.
We'll see. Well, before we wrap this up, we've got about 8 minutes left on the Zoom. Anything else on your side? How's the team? Christian, Lindo.
Christian's about to come with me to Vegas. We leave on Tuesday to go cover. I'm going to be Fred Talks Fighting for the week.
So have you got given a media pass basically for the event? Because that how it
I
works.
got the PBC was like, yo, we want you to come make content around the fight. So yeah, media pass. There's this red carpet event where they got like Tommy Hearns and Andre Ward and all these guys coming through. I'm gonna try to get Tank Davis to punch me in the stomach. See how
Well, if
that
you do that
goes.
way, that will get millions and millions and millions of views.
I don't know. I just don't. I worry about like being the guy that like fucks a fight up by like getting punched in
Wait,
the
the
stomach and
AdSense of that video can cover your hospital bills. I mean, let's do it. Come on,
facts.
we gotta do it.
David Benavidez too. I'm trying to think.
But
Might
David,
do
he
it.
won't pull as many views punching the stomach as Tank will.
I know. I'm just gonna have them all do it and then just post them all in shorts. But Tank, I really want to have do
No,
it.
no, no. Do not post that Tank one in a short before you post the full video first. Get paid for that video before you get before you take a punch off Tank.
Yeah. The socials for that are gonna fly too though. But we're gonna do that. If Tank's available, they're like, Tank is sometimes I'm like, no, bro, we gotta get that one. But then but yeah, so that's going down. We got most valuable prospects on the 26th of July. And then I'll probably do another Papa Plem podcast, go see my dad. And then NCAA football comes out, and I'll probably be doing a lot of live streaming on that game. Super fun stuff. By the way, did you see the USA cricket? Now we own cricket, the sport. We own it now. You saw this?
No, I don't follow cricket.
USA just beat Pakistan in cricket in the World Cup.
Really?
Yes,
Pakistan
bro.
lost to USA.
Yes. Yes.
That's
We are
embarrassing.
undefeated in the World Cup right now. We own your sport. Congratulations. We now have taken over the
Well, you guys
world
are
sport.
hosting the World Cup, the football, or you guys call it
Yeah, we
the football
rocked
World
up
Cup.
and said, cool. Apparently, the guys on our team were part-time cricket players. They're like software engineers, and they just decided to go play.
Mad. I haven't heard about. I can't believe I hadn't heard that about that. When did that happen?
See all that hamina you're doing? Yeah, bro. It's because the
I
USA is out here
don't know
with
if
it,
I believe
dog.
that. I'd have a look into that. I can't believe Pakistan lost to USA in
Bro,
cricket.
it's
Come
real.
on.
It happened yesterday.
I don't know if I believe that. I'd have a look at it
What
after
do you mean? You
the.
don't know if you believe it? I'm telling you, the fact of the matter is it happened yesterday. Look on Twitter, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna go on Google right now and have a little look. 1 second. USA.
Now, when this happens in soccer, Fred, your whole world is going to come crumbling down. You realize this?
Oh wow, you guys did beat them.
Yes,
What is
I
going on in
told you.
Pakistan nowadays?
What do you mean? Why is it all of a sudden what's going on in
Bro, how are they
Pakistan?
losing to USA? That's so
Why can't we just
embarrassing.
be good,
That's like
dude?
the main sport there.
Yeah, facts. This is what I'm saying. That people don't realize that we casually play other sports in this country, and all of a sudden are body bag in the world. This is it. When it happens in soccer, Fred, I want you to be the next day. We're doing a Fred Talks Fighting interview, and I'm talking my shit, dude. I'm talking
Yeah,
my
I
shit.
wouldn't I would call it like an interview, but oh my gosh, if USA beat England in football, that'll be the
You know
end.
that we're undefeated versus you guys in the World Cup. You've never beaten
I
us in the
know, I
World Cup.
couldn't believe when you guys drew 0-0 to England, I was in shock. I was
No,
like,
we've actually the only team that's ever beat each other in the World Cup is us beating you guys. You know this.
how many years ago was that?
1950, but still, we have won. We have
I'm
won.
impressed you know that. I'm impressed you knew the year, to be honest.
Well, here's the thing. If it comes to the US and soccer, I have to be accurate because people are going to jump down my neck about this. But I'm telling you this, listen, the US soccer team is not going to win the World Cup this year, I don't think. They will make it out of group. They will win one game out of group this time. And Fred, in like 10 to 20 years, we're going to be the best in the world. 10 to 20 years.
I wouldn't
Calling
let
it
that
now.
happen just because it would be pretty funny to say it's true, to be honest. Yeah. Wow.
Telling you. And when we have one World Cup win that equals the English World Cup, and this is your number one sport, you won't be able to tell me anything ever. I'll be a 50-year-old man, happy and fat and sassy, laughing my ass off that the U.S. body bagged the freaking world in soccer. But yes, Fred, everything's good, man. I know you got to get out of here.
No, I got all the time in the world, but unfortunately, I don't pay for extended Zoom, so I only get 40 minutes. So yeah. Any news of merch for you? Any clothing?
Oh, no
Actually,
merch
no,
right
no,
now.
no. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked that. We love Boohoo Man. We love Boohoo Man. How's
Yeah,
your
no,
drink?
I was gonna say the
How's
only
your drink?
merch that right now matters is Boohoo Man code Fred, 10% off. We know this. Nothing on that end, dude. I'm trying to think. Oh, I do have another sports podcast I'm gonna be joining in August. We're doing a test for it right now. It's with Sibley Scholes, myself, and TJ Ward, who's a former NFL player. Your boy's gonna get into more football, American football content, and yeah.
But Wade, I do appreciate you coming on the Zoom as always. And yeah, when will I see you next? Actually, oh, I'll probably see you in November for the Mike Tyson fight.
You coming over?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you then, brother.